In Hyrule's long history, there are many events that have come to pass that have been lost in time. Far from home, a lone Hylian man treads the rugged path to Kakariko village. His journey has been arduous, driven by a single, unwavering hope: to find his missing daughter. Her letters, once a lifeline, have fallen silent, leaving him adrift in uncertainty. This photograph, weathered by time and travel, is all that remains of their bond. It fuels his resolve to press forward, no matter the cost, as the man looks at the entrance, nestled in the valley below. The man enters, his boots crunching on the gravel streets. In the heart of the village, he pleads with anyone who will listen, showing them the picture of his daughter. His question is always the same: have you seen her? Days blur into nights, and hope begins to wane. Villagers shake their heads, offering murmurs of sympathy. The man is starting to lose hope, and despair is beginning to set in. Doubt festers, fear takes root. Has something terrible befallen her? Despair now threatens to consume him. As time passes, the man feels a shadow emerging from a dark corner. A tall, hooded woman with piercing eyes. Her eyes glint with a sinister light, her voice low and commanding. She leans closer, her face partially illuminated by a surrounding glow. The man is unsure even to speak. This person does not seem human. You seek someone lost, do you not? Many who vanish are drawn to the torches at the edge of the village. Light them, and a path to legend will reveal itself. A place for the lost awaits. The man hesitates, but her intense gaze leaves him no room to argue. He looks once more into her eyes. There isn't much choice. What kind of a father are you who cannot protect his only daughter? Her words chill him to the bone, yet he is left with no choice. Desperation drowns out reason. The man begins his search for this hidden temple that may be holding his daughter. He searches all day, but finds himself at last in the graveyard, where he is under the impression to climb the hill just beyond the graveyard. Under the pale moonlight, the man approaches a foreboding structure hidden at the edge of the village. Dozens of lit and unlit torches stand in eerie silence. He strikes a match and begins lighting them one by one. As the flames grow, the area is bathed in an orange glow, revealing ancient carvings on a massive door. With all of the fires lit, the door now starts to creak open, revealing a staircase that spirals into the depths. The man begins his first steps into the temple. The walls are lined with skulls, and faint whispers echo in the distance. Whispers of Hyrule's darkest history seep from its very walls. It reads in the Hylian language, "Here lies Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred." He holds his lantern high, its flickering light casting eerie shadows on the walls. Skulls crunch underfoot as he moves cautiously forward. Step by step, the Hylian man ventures deeper. Skulls line the floor, their empty sockets watching his every move. Shadows flicker, and faint, otherworldly murmurs echo in the corridors. He pauses, calling out her name. His voice echoes endlessly into the void. What is this place? He wondered. Could this possibly be where my baby girl has lost her way? I must keep searching, he whispered. I must not fail. But hears a sudden movement in the shadows. All he can see is shadows. Rising from the ground, is his mind playing tricks on him? Then, all of a sudden, figures rise from the ground. Undeads, their lifeless forms animated by malice. The darkness has come alive, choking him near death. Undeads and war masters, their lifeless forms driven by malevolence. The man draws his blade, fighting desperately as skeletal hands reach for him. He narrowly dodges a war master's crushing grasp. Their cold, bony hands claw at him. His blade sings as it cuts through the wretched shapes, each strike fueled by desperation. The Hylian man hears another door creak open. There is an army of Stalfos in pursuit. He knows if he stays, he will surely be slain. Bloodied but alive, he stumbles into a narrow passage. He is able to find a door he can close behind him and seal it. He is safe. For now. The temple grows darker, the corridors narrowing. The walls seem to pulse with a sinister energy. Time loses meaning in the temple's twisted halls. The air is thick with the stench of decay, and the walls seem to close in around him. He hears faint cries, her voice calling out to him. Tears well in his eyes as he quickens his pace. He begins to hear her voice, a faint, mournful cry. Is it real, or is the temple's dark magic playing tricks on his mind? A spiral staircase leads to a massive doorway marked with a grinning skull. The man hesitates before pushing it open. Inside, the chamber is vast and dimly lit, but what he is about to see shakes him to his very core. The Dead Hand, a true abomination, surrounded by countless redeads. As he steps inside, a wave of terror washes over him. This is no ordinary room. It is the heart of the Shadow Temple. His lantern drops, shattering on the ground. What is this monster? He knows he is going to be devoured. He has no energy left. Among the chaos, he sees his daughter's lifeless body crumpled in the corner. His scream echoes through the chamber. The man collapses to his knees, clutching his head. The shadows encroach, consuming him as he cries out in anguish. The Hylian man's mind unravels. Grief, fury, and despair consume him as the temple's darkness seeps into his soul. The Hylian man has met the same fate as his daughter, and so many those before him. The evil of this place unmasks any places in Hyrule that have come before it. This is the end for the Hylian man. The darkness has overcome him. The redeads eat at his flesh as the Dead Hand crawls his way towards him to deal the final blow. In the Shadow Temple, all hope is lost. For those who seek the Shadow Temple, know this. Without the power of the triforce or the blade that seals evil's bane, in the Shadow Temple, one must succumb to a terrible fate.